One of the biggest things in business is, and really anything, but in business that we're talking about is just patience. You have to hustle, you need to be first to market a lot of times, or be early to market as best as possible. And you got to be, super responsive in service, and you have to be fast in resolutions. But overall, business vision and plan and strategy and networking and sales, there is an element that is a major level that you have to have of patience. There's an element too that's like, if this company is going to be successful, or if whatever it is going to be successful, if it's meant to be, it's up to God. It's up to what Jesus wants. And so for me, it's like, I'm going to do everything I can to stay faithful. And one of the ways for me that I have to stay faithful is patience, is enduring through patience. And for me, it's like, there's a vision that I see, there's a timeline that I can kind of have an idea of, like, hey, here's where we're going. And I believe that vision is from the Lord, and these footsteps that are directing through are guided by the Lord and what we're doing. So for me, although I want these results that I can see we are trending towards, which is great, although I want these results now, there's an element of stress that we're under right now, that if I fully trust the vision that has come from God for this company, then that's going to give me a peace during this stressful time that we're in, that I can kind of see those steps happening, to where it's an element of patience and waiting on the Lord, waiting on the vision that God has given me, to continue to know, okay, we are okay in this stressful time, which allows me to be more patient with people and patient and gracious with my tone and my speech, because I know the end results. I know where we're headed, or I'm confident about it, right? And the more that I trust in God and what God has shown me, I didn't have some clear dream or nothing like that. Just like, hey, there's a vision where we're headed with this company that I think is from God, because the Bible says visions are from the Lord, and man makes his plans, but the Lord directs his steps. That's kind of what we're doing. And if you have a vision of where you're headed, you can see that trending in a good direction, then it helps me be able to control my tongue or control my attitude or whatever it is, because I know the end result. I'm not stressed about the end result. I'm stressed about the moment right there, but it mitigates as much stress as possible, and allows me to have this peace over me, this peace that surpasses understanding, because I can have patience in waiting on the Lord and what God has promised, or what God is pushing me towards, or God is maybe revealing in my heart, our company, or whatever it is, different directions that we're headed. So I learned that lesson big time this week, just in how I talk to people, how I treat people. It's like, if I know that this is the direction we're headed, I'm 90% confident that God has told us to continue to acting these certain ways in this business, and building it out, and selling these brands, and hopefully getting these types of results, and I'm seeing those steps happen, then for me, the stress that we're under, or the mistakes that are made now, I'm not going to worry about them as much. And so for me, I need to be able to have that mindset of being peaceful and being a gentle spirit, being able to resolve conflicts really well, being able to serve customers really well, or serve our team really well, rather than getting impatient and short because I get frustrated about a problem. The problem is not going to hold back what God's results are going to be, which is really cool to think about. Right on. We got a heck of a day today. My little girl, one of them started. We're going to drop her off, and then we have to hang around for like an hour. So we'll probably go to the coffee shop, sit there, and do some work for probably about 45 minutes, because we have meet the teacher for my other little girl at the same school about an hour later, which is cool. So we're going to meet her, and then meet the teacher, see the classroom for about 10 minutes or so. And then I got a meeting at 10 o'clock at the office. My dad and also an old friend of mine that I haven't seen since like my rodeo days, he's a good dude, come by the office, and they're going to talk. I think he's wanting to start a business. Probably he's going to come see what we're doing, and I don't know exactly, but. And then we have, goodness, what else we got? I don't even know. I don't know. What do I got this afternoon? Pretty slow day today. Then I got 2 calls, one at noon and then one at like 1 o'clock with another logistics company, I think. Or the one at noon is with like another logistics company, and then the one at 1 o'clock is with a supplier partner of ours. So today is and then we got to figure out some accounting issues we've been having. Things are getting really clean. One of our biggest focus this year has been getting our finances, our finance team, and our accounting really cleaned up and dialed. That's the biggest holdup for us to be able to really scale, is that everything else is kind of in place. Operations, sales, marketing, admin, HR, all that kind of fun stuff is there, that we've been needing because we've just been growing. Now it's really dialing in accounting and logistics is very, very difficult. So we're bringing in some cool tools, trying to automate that. And our goal is by January 1st that our accounting would be 95% automated, with some great invoicing tools and also some AI tools, and then a small team really managing that. to keep our billing on time every time and accurate across all 60 plus different customers that we've got. Just really kind of building, growing that side of it. So yeah, that's the main focus today. Just dialing in that big project and the calls that I've got, the meetings, and getting these girls to school and enjoying that, because balance in life, man, it's fun. It's fun being a dad. It's fun being a husband, an entrepreneur, and sometimes you gotta go take your kids to school and go meet the teacher. 1418, the go-to local coffee shop.
Going on?
Presto. What's up, dude?
How much are you?
Good, man. All right, so I've got like 10 minutes here to do our pricing, because I wasn't gonna have time until like noon.
Where are you going golfing?
No, it is a new Polo. This is my Primo, one of my Primos. You like it? Shout out Primo
nice
Golf.
one.
Yeah, they're solid,
the
bro.
Collar. I like the white collar. So it looks like we're gonna receive their 24 packs all like shrink wrapped up.
Did he
So I need
send
to
us
get both.
pictures? Let me go look. Yeah, he didn't send you a picture of like, he probably wants us to run his sample data that he gave us, or just say like, hey, Drew told me to like discount this heavily for you to get this up and running because of the introduction. I just want to make sure we work with this guy well. You know, he seems like a good dude, so price it well. And the operation, like, we've got it dialed. And I want to be able to I want to be able to advertise, like, eventually, if we can, we do a good job, like put their logo on the website and stuff, you know, like that kind of stuff. Because now that we have some CPG stuff moving with like Holy Water, Ken Euphoric, some other stuff, I want to be able to show multiple brands that we work with in that space too. So
Okay. What's up, dude?
hey, bro, did you just chat me too?
No.
Oh, so technically, yes, like on a commercial account, you know what I mean, or a different account.
Yeah. They want it automated as possible. So he's like, can you send me all of your options and the costs associated with them?
Man, when you find good people, you need to keep them as best you can. They're not always going to have wins and successes. You're going to lose more than you win. Like, that's just a reality. Significantly more than you win. You're going to lose significantly more than you win. But when you find good guys, you know, Anthony Cresto, Brendan Fisher, those two guys, man, you don't have to hold them accountable too much, which is great. And the areas where you put a baseline in, you track work, you track outbound calls, cold LinkedIn DMs, all that stuff, you track those things. But when you find good people, they don't only hit those minimums, but then they do the extra. And then also on top of that, if you don't hold them accountable for a week or two on something, and then you retroactively go look back on the week or two that you've missed on holding accountable, and they're still doing the work without you having to ask them, like, that is great. And then on top of that, doing extra work, that's the good stuff, man. You find team members like that just care. They just want to do a good job. They're thankful for the job, and they just want to win. Like in sales, you have to have a little bit competitive mindset to really drive and win. Those guys do a good job. We've been blessed with a great team. Those guys, Jordan Cox, Cleaford Innocent, Sonsing behind the camera, just a bunch, Luis, bunch of guys out there. You know, God's really given us the right people, and they're just hustlers. And when you find the right people, you want to do everything you can to keep them, because they work hard and they will help build greatness with you. You can't build greatness without great people. These masterminds, I love them. Like, I'm on like one. I've been on a couple different ones here and there. There's probably like 80 to 100 people in here. One of the reasons why I love getting on masterminds, these general ones that are like a bunch of people, is because I love hearing other different businesses and like other different business problems or resolutions or successes and wins. You hear businesses in some of these like all over the world, mostly in the U.S. for us, but you're hearing like this guy. He's running a banana supply chain. They grow and manufacture. I guess they grow bananas, and it's like a supply chain. I'm sitting here listening to this guy talk about, you know, bananas and sourcing and all that. It's like you hear this, you're like, oh, that's cool. And then he talks about his COGS. He talks about marketing, how they do, who they sell to, and you realize you learn so much in business just by like all these different little intricacies. And it's like, man, I mean, it's just awesome to hear and learn different perspectives, different answers, different styles of different accents, different backgrounds of people building their own American dream in some ways. It's insane to see. I mean, it's awesome. You got guys that are immigrants that have come over, started something. It's a family business that they're doing 50 million revenue in. They're trying to pass it to the next generation. Then you got these guys that are young kids that are building, you know, a marketing agency or something, right? Like, there's all these different aspects of business, different families that are built. This guy was just on there holding his newborn baby, right? He's on a call talking about his business and his newborn boy that he's got right there. He's building, like, it is so cool. I freaking love it. Gives you a perspective of what really makes the world kind of go round. And I just think I love it. Had a moderately busy day. Took kids to school. Had a old buddy of mine that I hadn't seen in about 10 years come by the office, talk about a business that he's wanting to build. Had a sales rep come by that we're networking with. It's similar in the industry. They do different work than what we do, but same industry, service different types of customers. Just had lunch, which was great. And then I took a minute to chill. I just had an accounting meeting with Jamie, some pricing we had. And then right now I'm actually about to close out some of this to-do list I've got. Make sure the sales reps are good, make sure emails are done. I'm gonna try to go get a workout in this afternoon and then probably head back to the house, hang out with the kiddos, and then tonight just close it all out. Things are coming together. Just gotta be patient and keep driving, keep showing up, and wait upon the Lord. So it's fun to see. Things are coming together for sure. I had a slower day today, super chill, finishing out today in the gym. A lot of lessons learned. For me, what I do to continuously grow, I consume a ton of business content, podcasts, Patrick Bet-David, guys like that. I consume a ton of Christian influencers as well. Ruslan, Katie's a great one. George Danko's got a good one. Cliff and Stuart Connectly. Consume a lot of information. Dave Ramsey of Business Pod, those guys all the time. That's how I can grow, but how I can really maintain my own stability and strength in myself is just by having complete reliance upon God's hand and what he wants to do, which correlates into patience for me, which correlates into conversations I have, brands I'm winning, sales I'm trying to get. Sometimes the sales deal might take 2 or 3 years. Like, that's the reality. You're courting a deal along by networking with them at an event. 2 years later, you've stayed in touch with them, you've DM'd them, whatever it may be. You were patient enough not to be too pushy and just have a drop the pen close, and that's just stupid stuff, but you stayed respectful and cordial and obviously asking for the sale because you want to, but patience for that is massive. But ultimately, it is having complete reliance upon what God's doing to know that the end vision is there and that it is going to come together through the way that God has designed it so perfectly within his timing that all I have to do is be still and know that he is God and be patient in those moments. Because ultimately, like, this company, DeliverZen's grown pretty significantly. It's been pretty fast over the past 2 years. And I'll share those numbers and stories another day. It's not really appropriate right now to share all that, but it's not because of me. I can tell you that much. I just show up every day and just keep moving. And just one of the things that I have to worry about is if I truly believe in the end vision, I truly believe and see the steps that God has done, I truly trust in God that he has put us in this place for a reason, then why would I not act in such a way that is a patient, gentle, God-fearing heart to get us there? And the way I treat people, how I talk to people, own my mistakes if I have to, which I don't always do. And honestly, it's frustrating as heck. It's just part of life, just growing. And it's just fun to see, but ultimately my faith has grown tremendously in growing in my little things like patience and forgiveness, living out to the best of what God has given me to steward and God has given me to be everything that he's called me to be. And ultimately one of those ways is being extremely patient and not letting myself act in a way that would go against what God has called me to do.
Totally phony, created by Adam Schiff, Shifty Schiff, for our country, because I was unable to really deal with Russia the way, because I hope something's going to be done.